I'm watching John Wick.
This motherfucker.
Number one?
Yeah.
I still haven't seen 4. Have you seen 4 yet?
I
Yeah,
haven't even seen
four.
two.
I've seen 4.
Bro, they all just get better and better. How
I
have you
know.
not seen?
Actually, I don't know about better and better. They get grander and grander and
No.
grander.
No, I think they get better. Like,
They get bigger and
okay,
sicker.
so the cool, like, this is what I love about the John Wick movies.
Oh wait, are we doing this?
Mhm.
Oh well, let's.
We're gonna do the shots. All right, I guess you have tried to fucking toast like 4 goddamn times now.
Put the brakes on.
Well, Grandpa gets impatient if he
We
can't
got
have
an
his whiskey.
episode. We got an episode. It's our freaking John Wick episode.
The Wickening.
The Wickening.
That's what-
I love that. Actually, I love that. The Wickening.
So the thing I like the most about the John Wick movies, they literally start where the last one ends.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like so many sequels
It's in continuity.
and like a sequel or a series or whatever. Like Fast and Furious, you never fucking know what's gonna happen. Like it starts off as street racing and then it starts off with drifting, and then it's fucking, ninjas and spies, and then there's fucking ludicrous in space. Like nobody knows what the fuck's going on.
So I'm at the bar scene where he's killing like 90 people.
Yeah, see,
Awesome.
the John Wick movies is like it starts with a dude who's depressed about his wife getting, she died from cancer.
And then they kill
But the last gift that she gave him was a dog. This is me, like this is my essence, blah 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 blah. And then some Russian gangsters murder the dog and think they kicked the shit out of him. And he's like, fuck you, motherfuckers.
No, wait.
I'm gonna kill everybody, all the people.
He did admit to having the shit kicked out of him. At that moment, he did admit it, but then came.
But did
and
he
he killed everybody.
It was like he was like, oh, I'm just this person.
See,
And then he sees his dog get murdered. And he's like, nah, fuck this. Like,
Yep.
you guys forgot that I can murder everybody on the planet.
talk
but
about
the
talk
other-
about a big case of PTSD.
The other thing of fucking the thing that I love, one of the things I love the most about John Wick is they don't like superhero John Wick.
Like he,
Like it's not a fucking,
champagne.
yeah, it's not a, he's fought 72 people and never taken a punch. Like he gets his ass whooped
Yeah, he does.
all throughout the movies.
He does, and he takes hits and he takes shots.
But he wins.
He wins.
Like that is an action movie. It's the John Wick franchise so far, and Mr. Nobody. You know the movie I'm talking about with fucking the guy from Better Call Saul.
Yes.
Yeah.
That one,
Yes.
perfect representation of somebody that wins the fuck around and find out.
But that's also what I like about Jason Momoa movies. He gets his ass kicked a lot.
Well, no, the only one that he really truly gets his ass whooped in is the fucking.
But he gets to live.
God damn it! What is the one where it's like where it's like his daughter, fucking like his daughter's involved?
Oh yeah, I just watched that.
Yeah.
The name of the movie is also his last name.
I don't fucking know. But so that one like I enjoyed that movie until the end.
Okay.
Like, because you watch the whole movie and you think it's Jason Momoa doing all this shit. It's like, oh, daddy he did this and that, and he stood up for his kid. No, he got taken out like a bitch on the train. There's a little girl who's like, no. And it's just her remembering shit as her dad.
Oh yeah.
Know what I'm talking about?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I do.
It's a good movie. It really is. It is a good movie. It's on fucking Netflix if we can figure out the fucking name of it. It's a good movie. It is.
But I just watched one recently where he got his ass kicked a lot, but it was about his family, and he's a logger.
Oh yeah, no, that was a good movie. I enjoyed that one. I did enjoy that. And he did get his ass kicked, but he wasn't one of those people that had any kind of special training.
Right.
Like he was just a
Never
big
sure.
dude. He was just a big
Right.
dude that cut down fucking trees for a living.
Well, and he had fighting experience, like in the bar.
Well, yeah.
The bars, those
Right.
kind of fighting experiences. And his dad was a bad ass to the end. Period.
Well, I mean, his dad never died. His dad got shot, but I don't think he ever seen him die.
So his dad was a badass to the end. And his wife was awesome in that.
Yeah.
But
But like the John Wick movies.
I relate to those a little bit better because you get into those fights or those kind of situations, and no one wins those.
Oh yeah,
You
no.
either get to live and survive, or you don't.
We talked about this a couple episodes ago. Nobody wins a fucking street fight. I don't give a fuck who you are.
No.
But no, like with the John Wick movies, like I respect those movies so much more than like the Fast and the Furious.
Right.
Because the Fast and the Furious starts out here, like this is just a dude that was barely getting by with a sandwich shop and an auto shop. And then now this motherfucker's got Ludacris in space. And he worked for fucking Kurt Russell, that's part of the CIA.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand how this fucking works. Like, where does this happen? Like, oh yeah, your buddy got killed in a car wreck, but now we're special fucking agents. No. No, like where does street racing and owning a sandwich shop correlate to Jason Statham's a super spy that is fucking whatever, and now Luda's in space?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make sense. I'm gonna watch the new one. I haven't yet. I'm going to because I've watched every one of them up until now.
Yeah.
So I'm still going to.
Now, y'all make fun of Ruth and her affinity for the Fast movies. She has an affinity for the Fast and Furious movies or the Fast movies, whatever you want to call
I could have told you that a decade ago
them.
when she rode in my Camaro. That the Fast and Furious movies were going to be like her bread and fucking butter.
And they are. She is all about them. Me, I watch it. No big deal.
I like them. I do. And I think they're fucking dumb as shit. But I like them. Cinematically, I like them.
It's suspension of disbelief.
As a movie, I enjoy them. If it was-
Suspension of disbelief.
Exactly. As a movie, I think they're great.
Okay.
It's just something that I don't have to fucking think about,
No.
Have you
whatever.
not watched those either?
I've watched the first.
Oh my God, get smacked this motherfucker. Somebody get smacked this guy.
You're the closest one to him.
Seriously. The first, what, 2, 3?
I think like 4.
It's
God.
it's funny you say Gibbs smack because
Gibbs smack.
fucking Gibbs has been in fucking 37 seasons of fucking NCIS, and this bitch should have died 78,000 fucking times. I love NCIS. I love Gibbs. He's probably my favorite fucking character.
The guy from Quantum Leap has been on. Gibbs left a while ago, and the guy from Quantum Leap has been on.
Makes it even fucking worse.
I can't remember his name.
I don't fucking know. He had a little weird watch thing or a walkie-talkie that
Yeah, but it's
he had to fucking recharge every fucking 2 days.
Or maybe I'm mixing up the NCISs.
Nah,
Gibbs is not on anymore.
no, he makes special appearances. My mom's been watching them.
Special appearances, but
Well, actually, I mean, he's in almost every episode still. He's just not a mainstay
yeah,
character.
it's not a mainstay character anymore.
But no, like,
Leroy Jethro Gibbs. If that's not a redneck name, I don't know what is.
I mean, but you can tell he's redneck as fuck.
He's a badass, though. He's a badass.
God damn it, we fucking scroll on the NCIS when we were talking about Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious, I think, is
Guilty forgot we were originally talking about John Wick.
we were no, I didn't forget about that. When we scrolled, so I gotta end one before we get back to another. Fast and Furious, I love them
This motherfucker.
as movies. Individual movies. You could put every Fast and Furious
They
movie,
all stand alone.
just standalone movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're pretty good. Trying to put them in timeline is like trying to watch the Marvel timeline without knowing what the fuck which movie you need to watch next.
Yeah.
I watched.
Go there. No, don't go there. Don't go there.
I'm going to. I watched.
No.
I watched Guardians of the Galaxy 2 last night with my son. And then I watched it on Disney Plus when they're like, fucking the Marvel universe in cinematic order. I was like, okay, well, that seems silly. But I'm glad they put it so that, like, per Marvel, this is how it should have happened. Like, that's cool.
Yeah.
But I watched Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and then my son fell asleep, and I was like, well, I want to see what is in between Guardians of the Galaxy 2 and Age of Ultron. It's like 6 minute movies
Yeah.
of Groot.
Yep.
And don't get me wrong, they're entertaining as fuck because you're just watching little baby Groot do some dumb shit.
But you're still like, what?
Yeah. But it's like, where does this have anything to do with we did fucking Guardians 2, where the Guardians fight Ego.
Yeah.
And then now we're at Age of Ultron, where, you know, the other rendition of Jarvis is now just taking over a sentient body and he's trying to murder everybody. Like, where do these 4 fucking little short 6 minute films fall into place? You could have just left all that out.
I thought that the Star Trek stuff got bad.
Motherfucker, we went Marvel to fucking John, we went Star Trek, fucking, or we went John Wick,
All right.
fucking Fast and
Nope.
Furious,
No, wait.
Marvel, now we're at
It's-
fucking Star Trek.
I was gonna say Star Wars.
Strange
Star
feeling.
Wars got worse.
We are at that crucial point in time
Crucial?
in the universe.
Bitch, we're at 11 minutes into this fucking episode.
No, not the
Have we
episode.
done all this on?
I mean, literally, today's date and time. We are either
Start date 6/8/2023.
we are either about to witness the Star Wars Trek or the Star Trek Wars. If you get that reference, we're
Yep.
good.
I
What about War Trek?
Thank you. You don't get it.
Or no, I do, but
I get it.
for a new one, what about War Trek? Or
Stop trying.
I'm just saying.
Futurama was not your shit. We get it.
I've seen every episode of fucking Futurama. Bite my shiny metal ass, bitch.
No, it's not gonna happen.
You were trying to make something out of nothing.
I don't have a metal ass though. With work.
Back to John Wick and the fact that I have only seen one fucking movie.
I'm okay with that.
Hey, I'm all right with that.
The John Wick movies, they take up it's so far they're their perfect franchise.
Yeah.
Because everyone starts where the last one ends.
I'm not saying they're good movies. What I am saying, I agree with them.
You're
They're
right.
Perfect franchise.
They're not good movies. They're magnificent.
Now wait.
Tell me a bad fucking John Wick movie so far.
That's a matter of perspective.
Tell me a bad John Wick movie so far.
It's a matter of perspective.
Tell me a bad John Wick movie as of right now, this very second.
I didn't say they were bad. I didn't say
Exactly.
they were good. But
Right.
they do pick up.
They're magnificent.
They do pick up in continuity. It is
That's all they are.
It's
That's literally all they are is,
you know, 984 people killed in 4 movies.
I will say that the John Wick can tote in movie standpoint that he has the most kills of any movie, period, ever, or franchise, or whatever. I looked something up the other day. I don't think it takes into
What's
account
his kill count?
John Wick 4,
I have no idea actually.
but
I don't know the actual number.
if I can remember correctly, from 1 through 3, if you were to do it, because you know there's sometimes that
Watching a fight scene in the house where he's kicking that chick's ass.
so there's times that nobody's getting killed or you know he's moving around, but I think it's essentially like 1.4 people every like 3 seconds is killed. So he's essentially killing a full-grown person and a midget every second to second and a half. Like you were to just put all the kills in a row. I want to see somebody do a mashup of every John Wick kill.
So wait. So that's people in a midget.
So there's one person, and
But in this, was it the second or third movie where he killed the dwarf?
I don't think he ever killed the dwarf.
Right.
in a-
No, it
Hang
was
on.
the dwarf in the subway station. The
So
huge fat guy that had the dwarf.
I had asked
Them?
this question a minute ago, what his kill count was. A fan on Twitter counted that John Wick killed around 140 people. I don't know how you have around.
Yeah,
It's either this or that, you know. But whatever.
Unless you count the Samoan as like 6 people, because he was huge.
He counted that John Wick had killed around 140 people in the 4th chapter, totaling his updated kill count to an immense 439.
Damn.
Now, you're going to throw out that that's a fucking massive kill count for a movie. I'm just gonna say,
What happened to Arnold Schwarzenegger's Commando?
Darth Vader took out an entire fucking planet. Are you meaning to say that there were less than 400 people on that planet?
Maybe. Darth Vader took out an entire planet with essentially a WMD. John Wick has done it with a pistol, knife, maybe a shotgun and an AR.
Meh.
Oh, and a really cool bulletproof suit.
Hey, first off, you're right. If I could get one of them fucking suits, I'd be down. I'd never take it. Like, I'd take it off and wash it, but I would wear it every fucking day.
How do you wash it? Do you like take it to a car wash and spray it down with a hose?
I mean, I'd say I'm like cold.
I mean, Hacksmith made it.
Cold.
Yeah, just cold water, fucking cool dry. Oh, I don't know. No, Hacksmith, did they make the fucking John Wick suit?
They made the John Wick suit.
I know they've made pretty much everything from Iron Man, which is amazing.
Yeah.
I think the Hacksmith on YouTube is one of my favorite fucking things to watch. Just to watch them, and you have got to understand those motherfuckers have got to be strong as shit.
How?
Like they're just the hammer, fucking Thor's hammer, that when Juji Mufu went to fucking the Hacksmith fucking workshop.
Yeah.
Is that a type of ramen?
The dude from the Hacksmith guy was just like, here you go. Here's the hammer.
I mean, I've seen.
And he just essentially just hands it to him with one hand, just like nothing. And then Juji Mufu, who is a strong as fuck.
Pictures for.
Yeah, no, I get what you're doing. So Juji Mufu is a like strong as fuck, like super athletic guy. But the dude from the Hacksmith like is essentially your size, just like if you were like 900 years younger.
I've watched some of the Hacksmith, but I'm not seeing what you're talking about. That's why I was like, is that ramen?
But so the Hacksmith built Mjolnir. Thor's hammer.
I've seen those.
Yeah. So there's one.
Seen the John Wick suit. That's why I was like, oh, that's heavy.
Oh yeah, no, it's probably pretty fucking heavy.
John Wick suit's not very heavy at all.
Because I mean, it's like heavy in comparison to a suit.
I saw when they did the shield. When they did
the Captain America shield.
And
But
they
so
had that big ass bodybuilder, and he was like,
That's
Juji Mufu.
Jimufu.
Yeah, that's Juji Mufu.
oh yeah, so it is a type of ramen.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
So the Hacksmith, the actual guy, like the actual like engineer and builder, is just holding the fucking Mjolnir that they made. And he gives it to Juji Mufu, and Juji Mufu is not expecting it to be that heavy.
Right.
And he's like, God damn. And like he essentially is just like, what do you guys do? Like, you guys got to be strong as shit.
Yeah.
And they have to be.
Oh yeah.
Because I think they told the weight, because like their Mjolnir was like 120 pounds.
Fuck, I don't remember.
Like it was a heavy fucking hammer. And he essentially like he picks it up both hands, but when he just hands it out, he just one handed. He's just holding it there. He's like, here you go, bud. Like I get it for maybe.
Well, no,
But no,
I've done it myself.
that's still impressive regardless.
To be able to hand it out, that takes a lot. I
Yeah.
get it, but it's still also a balance trick. It's how you pick it up, how you hand it to one hand or the other hand, and it's still a trick.
So what I'm going to say on that one is you've also got one thing is somebody's perceived weight.
Yeah.
You know, I was working.
Perceived weight versus actual weight.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was working. We were clearing out the fucking warehouse at a plumbing company. And this was when I was way larger than you've ever seen me.
Okay.
You know, I was doing
Yeah, because I'm small compared to what I was years ago.
yeah, and like right now, I'm probably around 155 pounds. At that point in time, I was borderline 190.
Right.
And I was doing a lot of power building. You know, it's just a mixture of bodybuilding and powerlifting training to get size and strength at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, I pick up a jet pump. I'm wanting to say this specific one weighed somewhere in the ballpark of 60 pounds. I pick it up and I hand it to the guy that's helping me. I'm like, hey, here. Now, I had handled these things all the time prior to that. So just looking at it, I knew the weight.
Right.
So I knew how to, I grab it, I pick it up, and I hold it out to the guy to grab it. And this dude, a little bit bigger than Vash is now. He sees what he looks at as a little guy because I've always been dense, holding it out with one hand,
I'll say.
and he reaches out, grabs it with one hand, and it pulls him to the ground.
Yeah.
So he looked at that and was like, oh, this little guy is handing me this one handed as if it's a paperweight. It can't be that heavy.
I get it. I've done it with lumber. I've done it with linear foot lumber. I've done it with plywood.
Yeah.
You know, pick up a piece of fucking plywood, go to hand it off. The guy's like, whoop, it hits the ground because that's what I mean. I mean,
And you've probably had the exact opposite happen where somebody Drax's size goes to hand you something and you expect it to be heavy because they're
it's not.
training and you throw it.
But the other thing to remember is that what I was trying to get about balance versus weight versus everything is, and you don't have to remember because you didn't really know, but as a medieval fighter, you know, you pick up the
Give us some of that honey. Might as well do one.
Might
It's
as well
there.
You pick up weapons. They're pseudo weapons.
The honey.
The honey. Hello, honey. Well, you don't have to do one.
Hello, no. It's been a long time.
A lot of guys, including myself, would attempt to make the weapons close to weight, like actual weight.
Yay. I
It-
say yay, but this is the wrong booze to say yay to.
Not made of metal. It's not a hand forged Damascus sword,
No.
Damascus steel.
but they're made to weight. You know, when you pick up a mace,
I hate you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
you pick up a mace, and that mace is freaking 12 pounds.
Where's your
You-
shot glass? It's over there.
You know, you learn the balance, you learn how to rotate it, you learn how to move it around, you learn how to keep it from becoming stagnant. It's a continual dynamic weapon, or an axe, a warhammer.
I don't even want on my finger.
Oh, you know, and you got to hand it to someone else that's not used to that. When I hold it up, it's not necessarily that I'm strong enough to hold it up. It's I know where the balance lies. When I hold it up right, I'm strong enough to pick up. Okay, that guy's strong enough to pick up 120 pounds, but he knows how to get it up and then where that balance point is. Like with you, picking up the jet pump. You pick it up a certain point, you reach a certain point in the apex of your strength
Oh,
versus angle
it's not so much that
versus weight.
because it's
Oh, you're just
in mine. No.
Oh,
In mine,
No, this little bitch just
There's a handle.
sets into his lat and just holds it there.
it has a handle on it. This is where the balance point is.
Yeah.
So it was a
yeah, but you didn't include that in your story.
oh. I
Made it
apologize
sound like
for
you
not being
picked it-
clear.
You made it sound like you picked it up by the tail and just went, oh, here you go.
We had a conversation the other day, and it was one of the episodes.
My clarity and
My diatribe was off on a misconception.
yeah.
So we had a conversation the other day whenever one of the episodes that I didn't get to publish because, you know, on my end it got fucked up. We were talking about the like a Morning Star
Yeah, Morningstar.
as a weapon.
Yeah.
That is a terrible group combat weapon.
Yes.
Solo, and you're just fighting 30 fucking people. Fantastic. Because you got a 20-pound fucking ball with spikes on it that's just spinning around.
On a 12-inch chain.
If you got friends,
There's no bottles left.
Damn it.
well, if you got friends, stay back until everybody dies.
Oh, yeah.
Like a Morning Star is a terrible. Like I love the shit out of Morning Stars. I think they're cool as fuck. Like I want one, but I also know that if I have a Morning Star and I go in and I'm going into battle with a group of people, like I'm gonna wait till y'all are either fucked up or tired. Because then you guys are gonna come back and be like, all right, you buy us like 4 minutes. That's all we need. Let us catch our breath.
A master blacksmith I know made a Morning Star according to museum specs. Okay. And we were in a demo one time, and he pulls the Morning Star out. He's like, look at this. And he's handing it around. And he's handing it around to, spectators and whatnot, the audience. And they're all feeling how heavy it is. And it's a 6-link. So there's only 6 1-inch links in the chain.
Right. So
It's even 12
I
inches.
was gonna say, so it's essentially what, 7.5 inches long when you take into account everything.
The chain. The chain
Yeah.
is, yes. So then we go back out into the middle of the field where we've been fighting, and now it's demo time and whatnot. And he says, all right, listen, sir, here's the cool part about this. And he puts a watermelon up there. And he brings it up and then slings it around like you're supposed to so you don't hurt yourself
Right.
or your tendons or your ligaments
Away from your face hole.
or away from your face hole. And just drops it, just lets the momentum go. And it just demolishes the watermelon. That was cool. Then he puts cantaloupe up there. He does cantaloupe. Then he puts a water jug up there, like a plastic water jug. Now, the water jug has a little more resistance than a watermelon or the cantaloupe. And he hands the thing to me, and I'm like, oh, look, cool, here we go. And we're having fun, and I start to get it up, and I'm like, wow, and I miss. I hit the stool.
Fuck the stool up.
I did. I crushed the top and the top legs of the stool. The water jug hits the ground. The crowd's like, oh, they're clapping it, clapping it, clapping it, clapping. And we made a thing of it, and they brought another stool out, and we did the water jug, and he finished his demonstration, and we get back to the tent on the back side of the demonstration, and it's time for fighting and whatnot. And
That'll be $30.
he's like, so what happened there? And I was like, I missed. And he went, yeah.
Clearly. You guys want to take this terrible shot that we have and sit in front of us?
I don't want to.
Not really.
Well, it's there, so just fucking do it.
Holy crap, holy. Yeah, the Morning Star is a great weapon for
Solo. Solo is great.
Solo on multiple people combat, in my opinion. Now, I'm not the be all and all. I never claimed to be. But the ones that I've been able to actually feel in hand, like the real made ones by like a master blacksmith, versus the ones the not symbiont ones. What are they called? Not replicas either. Anyway,
One of those things. If you guys know what the fuck the word is.
the safe ones that you make and be able to play with at home. And,
Man, when I was doing martial arts as a kid, I always wanted to learn nunchucks. Because, watching Ninja Turtles and shit like that, like Leonardo's cool. Like I've got Leonardo, he's tattooed on my fucking hip. And I was gonna have Raphael tattooed on the other hip. And I was gonna do a full like belt / tramp stamp thing. Like I was gonna have all the Ninja Turtles there, and then
wow,
then under my belly button I was gonna get Master Splinter.
it's a whole lot more than I ever wanted.
And then right above my ass crack, I was going to get the Shredder. And then in between the belt was going to be the foot soldiers. Michael. That's so loud.
Did you really just say that?
Michelangelo is
Above your ass crack, you were gonna get the
the Shredder, yeah. Michelangelo has always been my favorite Ninja Turtle. So I was like, man, I was doing, I don't know, because he was just a goofy fuck. And if you guys ever just stop and think about the Ninja Turtles, like their weapons are 100% opposite of their personalities.
Yeah.
Leonardo is
True.
Leonardo is the most passive of the group, and he is the deadliest weapon of all of them.
Yes.
Donatello is the smartest motherfucker out of all of them, and probably anybody in that fucking city that they're in. Smartest motherfucker, and he is the most basic weapon. He's got a fucking stick.
Mm-hmm.
Michelangelo,
Well, it's a bow.
it's a fucking stick.
It's a bow.
Stick. Maybe called a bow staff, but it's a fucking stick. You know, Raphael, the most aggressive, has a defensive weapon. Size are defensive weapons.
They are.
And then Michelangelo, the most scatterbrained motherfucker out of that group, has the most technical and hardest to learn weapon of any of them when it comes to, like, nunchucks are the hardest thing.
Yeah.
So when I was doing martial arts as a kid, whether it was karate or judo or fucking jujitsu, I was like, man, fucking, if I was going to learn a weapon, like nunchucks, that's what I want to do. I want to be like Michelangelo. Like, I like pizza. I can skateboard. Let's do some fucking
Dude, I don't want to
nunchucks.
see you skateboard.
I used to skateboard all the fucking time, every day. I skated to school every day until I got a truck. And then I skated to school, but my skateboard was in the back of my truck. So, but I always thought it was cool as fuck. And then, like, The Last Ronin, like, everybody's so surprised that in The Last Ronin, fucking spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it or read it, because it's a fucking 6-minute fucking little short film, and it's a graphic novel. Michelangelo is the Last Ronin, and nobody seems to understand that. You know, he has taught himself, he misses his brothers, and he's taught himself all of the fucking, like, all of the different weapons. But learning to do the nunchucks as a, you know, a teenager, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle that he was, as a grown-up, like, it makes sense. Like, he was fucking scatterbrained as shit.
Yeah.
But he learned the most technical one, and then when all of his brothers were killed, he's like,
He picks it.
now I'm gonna learn how to use all these to fuck everybody.
Right.
Like, everybody's getting fucked up. I don't give a shit who you are, what you done. If you had a fucking a pinky fucking crack nail to do with my brothers getting murdered, I'm fucking you up in one way or another. And he's got all of it.
Have you heard about the game?
Yes, I have, and I hope it's true. I've seen,
Well, correct.
like, I've seen the
Gaming room.
Yeah,
different.
there eventually.
I've seen some of the, like, gameplay footage, and it still just feels like somebody made it on Unreal as a video. But I hope The Last Ronin is an actual game. Like, I hope it comes to fucking pass.
Yeah.
Because from what I've seen, it's going to be an open world. You're Michelangelo, The Last Ronin, just
Well,
fucking shit up, doing shit, Assassin's Creed style.
you know, you are Michelangelo, you are the last Ronin, but also you're not supposed to know
Yeah,
you're Michelangelo.
well, yeah, but if you've been a fan of Ninja Turtles for any kind of time, or you read the old school comics, like everybody feel like, I let my kids watch Ninja Turtles. I'm down with it. That's what I grew up on.
Yeah.
But I'm also old enough that I grew up on the old Ninja Turtles, like the very violent, very gory, original fucking comic books. Like, I've seen those. I had some of those until my mom and dad's house burned down. That was the Ninja Turtles that I knew. Like the goofy motherfuckers in the movies and the cartoons and shit. Like, it was entertaining. They did keep to certain personalities to an extent.
Yeah.
The only thing they really didn't do was when it came down to, like, go time, like, they're gonna murder everybody. Like, I don't think you can put a number on the amount of foot soldiers that are just average people that were murdered by these fucking mutant turtles. I remember the episode, or I guess episode, or the issue where they meet April O'Neil, and she was essentially gonna get raped by the foot soldiers in the fucking alleyway, and they just murdered like 30 of them.
Yeah.
And that's where they met April O'Neil. And it's like, yeah, no, they did right by that. Like, I can agree with
They
that.
didn't have the correct body count,
Yeah. But yeah,
or the fact that it was actually a fucking body count.
yeah. But the original comics were awesome. Like, you know, we all talk about, we grew up with certain cartoons and certain comics and shit like that. Like we talked about it on the episode that, you know, that didn't get fucking, ended up getting fucked off. Like the fucking Todd McFarlane Spawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my favorite fucking things ever. I loved Spawn growing up. And I wish, supposedly they're doing a new Spawn movie, and I hope they do it right, but they've already fucked up in my opinion, because they've got Jamie Foxx being Spawn instead of fucking Michael Jai White. Why not have the motherfucker that doesn't look like he aged in 37 fucking years, that is a actual legitimate bad motherfucker, be Spawn again, like he was when, you know, John Leguizamo was the fucking clown. John Leguizamo and Michael Jai White with proper graphics would be a perfect fucking Spawn movie.
Yeah.
Because John Leguizamo is the fucking clown. Even when they do the CGI, when he's the big fat fuck with all the face paint, that is John Leguizamo.
Yeah.
Like, all I see is that body, but in the movie The Pest. That's it. That's it. And I love that fucking movie. The first 4 minutes of that movie when he's in the shower singing and doing all the different fucking the voices and faces with the weird vampire shit and just the soap hair and everything. That's the clown from fucking Spawn.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
Just hanging down, just drip, drip,
Yeah.
drip, drip.
Yeah, and he was doing what I can't even remember the fucking name of the song he was doing, but it was fucking amazing. Why not bring back the people that did it when it was far beyond its time?
Yeah,
Spawn was released far too early. It should have been done now when we have the technology to make that movie good.
Agree.
And y'all may disagree on this one, or it should have been done
I disagree. I
earlier.
disagree.
Fuck off. No one cares.
No, honestly, I think earlier would have been fucking badass when they had to do it as them, and you just have your special effects in a costume.
Like when you had animatronics.
Yes.
And fucking
Muppet
costumes.
Like
yes.
I'm not saying Muppets.
Yeah. No, we know what you're talking about. What you're talking
like
about.
Jabba the Hutt in the original fucking trilogy.
Yeah, it was a dude in a fat suit.
No, it was not.
There was a dude in there. Was there not a dude in there?
There were 3 dudes in there.
No. Bump that number up.
That just sounds like a gangbang at this fucking point.
12 motherfuckers to do Jabba the Hutt.
I mean, that makes sense.
12 guys in Jabba?
I mean, it was
like one guy for the tail. Okay.
Well, yeah. No, I can see that. The tail, the arms, the fucking eyes, the
body,
fucking everything.
The torso move too. And then you got the eyes and the mouth. And
I don't remember exactly the number, but it was in the fucking teens just to fucking do Jabba.
No. Well, that's like the guy.
Here's where we need to
circle back to circle back to the fucking the Ninja Turtles thing.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Well, it's like circling back to the Ninja Turtles thing, like the live action movies, like yeah, you can tell. You can tell there's a person in there.
Yeah, there's a guy. Well, okay, now wait. It's not just the Ninja Turtles. You go back to the original Alien movies. There was a guy inside 7
in the Queen
6 8.
Yeah, in the Queen.
Well, not just the Queen, but even just the original Alien.
I thought
no,
isn't that the Queen?
No, the original.
I haven't watched the Alien movies since the
Xenomorph. Well, the original Xenomorph was not the Queen.
Oh no! Yeah, you're right.
But there was a guy in a suit, and he was like 6, 8, 7 foot tall. And he was just in a suit and just did all of that. That was so fucking scary.
You know what would be the most amazing thing in the world?
And I still love the Alien movies. And the same thing with the Predator movies.
Yeah.
I'm an Alien Predator guy. I love those movies.
Predator was originally what, a chimpanzee?
I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'm pretty sure you're right.
It was some kind of monkey.
Yeah.
Because they tried using
primate.
They tried using
a person. Monkey sounds racist.
Man, we're gonna be inclusive. It's a primate.
They tried using a person in a suit. It was just we're not able to fucking do it.
Sorry, couldn't help it, brother.
Oh, good fun.
But people were just not able to move the way they wanted him to.
Oh yeah, they weren't.
So they got some kind of monkey. And
It's some kind of monkey.
yep,
It's a monkey. Hey, we're the monkey.
Oh, fuck that band. Fuck the monkeys in the band. God damn, I mean, like Milli Vanilli,
Monkeying around.
like Milli Vanilli gets all the shit about lip syncing and fucking whatever, but the monkeys were the original. Like, we didn't do a fucking thing. We were just people, and we just said, and then just edited out whatever fucking random mouth fucking breather noises they did.
We're too busy.
You guys remember the cartoon, The Monkeys?
I do.
no.
From like,
I do.
how do you not? We're not different in age by much.
Dude, look, I'm going to pull an armpit hair out. I mean,
Go for it.
It was, they were essentially like a fucking B-roll Scooby-Doo.
yeah, they were.
It was like 7 of them with a monkey.
And the show wasn't much better.
First off, Scooby-Doo was fucking amazing.
The live action.
Okay, I thought you were talking about like cartoon to cartoon comparison, the monkeys to Scooby-Doo. No, Scooby-Doo was
the monkey show. The live action monkey show.
no, it was a dude in an animatronic fucking orangutan suit, essentially. With a like one of the what are they called with the fucking the fucking
Oh, the whirly cat.
propeller? Yeah.
The whirly cat.
Yeah, but what is it actually called?
No, I have no clue.
God damn it. It's a thing.
All right.
It's a fucking thing.
Get it?
When did this happen?
I mean, this was from like the 70s and 80s. But it was also it was on Cartoon Network, like back when Cartoon Network had like the weird shows at like 3, 4 in the morning. I guess my insomnia probably kicked in long before yours did. So I think I was like 10 when I was watching these.
When did you start having to work?
6.
Something like that, yeah. I mean, I worked at the house, but
You know, I see these things on Facebook and say, how much was your allowance? I don't remember it. Depending on how many chores I did.
Yeah, no,
I had to work.
yeah.
I had a fucking job.
I mean, I did too. I was, tending cattle and pigs and shit like that.
Even as an adult.
Graves.
Even as an adult, you still have a kid.
I was gonna say, all that means is that we all grew up in the same similar thing. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, we can do this till 4 in the morning and got to be up at 6. Like, this is gonna suck, but I'm gonna do it.
No, wait a minute. There was a time where I wouldn't wake up out of bed and my mom would pour frozen marbles.
Marbles,
Frozen marbles? You never had that happen?
actual marbles.
Yeah, like glass marbles.
Yeah, well, yeah, I understand the concept of marbles and being frozen, but I'm trying to make sure we're on the same page of the things that you played marbles with.
Yes.
Like, same thing.
We're on the same page.
Little fucking half-ounce piece of glass that was in the sphere.
Shit that you would take, put in your fucking slingshot,
Yep.
shoot at your cousin.
Those things. Yeah.
You would take and put them in the freezer. And if I wouldn't get out of bed for school, she would go get those and pour them in the bed because you know what happens? They're fucking cold. And then you roll over and guess what happens? They
Still
roll down. It's
Still
still cold. And then you roll over and you roll over on cold
Then
marbles.
your mom was nice.
Marbles. I don't know. We had the whole water drop and the ice water drop and the marbles was, I guess, somewhat the most effective
Well, your mom was nice.
point.
You know what the bad thing is?
Would you get the belt?
No, my bed got taken out of my room.
I don't remember my parents ever doing that, but my toys got taken out.
I also lost a door.
You lost it.
Yeah, I lost the door. I slammed my door in my mom and dad's face. My dad's like, "Oh, that's not gonna work." So he just took my door.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I was never worried, like at that age, I was never worried about my mom dragging me out of bed, my grandparents.
Well, we're never
I was
worried
worried about my bus driver
we're never worried about much at that age.
That's
because
true. I fucking can tell you that for sure with my son.
no, grandma, grandpa, no.
Grandparents never count because they're always going to be better to the grandkids.
Well, no, what- because at that age for me, I typically stayed with my grandparents.
Right.
Mom was generally at work. My granddad also generally at work. So my grandma was the one that made sure we got up and got off to school. Well, there was one morning I slept through my alarms. My grandma didn't.
How
do
dare you?
anything.
Damn it.
How
My bus
dare you?
driver came into the fucking house, grabbed me by the ankle, and dragged me the fuck out.
You can have 2 years of good stuff in one day.
My bus driver didn't give a fuck. Like, if you weren't there, like, so we were where I grew up. I lived so close to the high school that I was the last stop to get picked up,
Yeah.
which I was also the last stop to get dropped off because it literally made the big circle to get so that the bus could go back to the yard. So I was the last stop to get fucking picked up and dropped off. If we weren't out there, like, we didn't even get a warning. Like, and my bus driver, she was cool as shit. Her name was Peggy. She was cool as fuck. Like, she didn't give a shit. Like, there's kids fighting on the back of the bus. She's like, as long as it doesn't affect me, I don't fucking care. You guys figure it out. That's fine.
Keep rolling up the road.
Pretty much. Like, she was that bus driver that, like, we could convince her to hit a railroad track that had a super steep incline and then decline at 70.
Float kids.
And we just want to float to the fucking top.
Yep.
She didn't, like, it didn't take any convincing. Like, hey, once you hit this going about 60, like, whatever. We got it. But no, she was cool as fuck. But if you weren't at your stop, she wouldn't even fucking slow down. You could be walking to the stop, she could see you, and she's just essentially going to give a toddler the finger. Like, she's like, nope, not where you should have been, bitch. Now you can walk. And for us, it was like, we couldn't even go ask mom and dad, hey, we missed the bus. Can you take us to school?
Take me to school. No. Walk your ass.
No, we were close enough. I was like, you fucking walk. I got to be at work.
Yep.
It was either walk or drive, depending on what it was. Because, like, even like right after I got my driver's license, like I would ride the bus sometimes, just because when I got my truck, I had to pay for gas. If I hadn't worked or if I didn't have the money,
Yes.
like, I'm out of gas, so I'm gonna ride the fucking bus. So it's no, you drive yourself there, walk there, fucking ride the goddamn bus.
Right.
My senior year of high school, Dad bought one of those Polaris razors. Dad would go to work before we left for school. We would get home before Dad got home from work. We were like, fuck it. When we're out of gas, we'll just take the razor because Dad didn't hide the keys at this fucking point. Like, we're going to take the fucking razor. Well, me and my brother went to 2 different schools.
I see where this story is going.
My brother always had to drive if he was at mom and dad's house because he primarily lived with his bio mom. So he always had to drive, and my dad would always give him some money. He was like, well, you got 15 fucking miles you got to drive. Get you to school. Well, I'm an asshole.
I'm an asshole.
Yeah, essentially. I live a half mile from my school. Literally, it's my house, woods, where you can cross the road into the neighborhood, and then more woods, and then the school. They're like, no, fuck this. I'm not fucking walking. Car, my truck's out of gas. I know where the keys to the razor are. We're going to go take that. I took the razor to school a few times, and then Dad figured it out. And he's like, don't you fucking do that again. I'm like, all right, man, whatever. And I get in trouble at school, got in trouble at home. And as a teenager, I thought I was in the right, which I was not. Now, as an adult, I understand that. I'm like, well, fuck this. Everybody wants to get on me. I'm going to give them a fucking reason. Well, I get in the razor. And to get from my house to the school, you have to go through some woods, which had been somewhat clear cut, and we had like a dirt bike track pushed through there. So you have to go over the dirt bike course to get to the school, and then you go through another little field, and then it's a soccer field, and then the football field, which was our actual football field. Like, the soccer field was a practice field. And then you go through the football field, and then there's a little spot where you can just kind of drive up. Well, I was an idiot fucking, 16-year-old. Like, man, fuck these motherfuckers. Figure, hey, It's early in the morning, 7 o'clock, got an hour and a half before fucking school starts. And say, fuck it, I start doing donuts in the fucking football field in the rain. Oh,
Yeah.
and I have fucked this football field up all the way up, as much up as I could fuck it. If I could see a spot where somebody could still play football, tires was spinning, and it still had the sand tires on it. So on grass, it was aggressive. It was aggressive. I get to...
That's the Builtwell Lawnmower 19,000.
Pretty much.
According to Tim Taylor.
So I get, 45 minutes into my first class, and I forget that at this point, like, cameras are a thing. So I'm in English class, which is my first class of the day. I'm in English class, and then in my English class, and Jeremy Kimbrough, please come to the principal's office. Jeremy Kimbrough, please come to the principal's office. I'm like, okay. English is like,
No, nobody else is getting up. I guess I'll.
That's me. But no, so I get up and I go and I sit down, and the principal, Mr. Black, which I fucking hated this motherfucker. And he's like, our football field got torn up this morning. Oh, really? Such a shame. I was a football player at the time. Like, such a shame. I guess we're not going to practice today? Like, no. That's not how it's going to work. We know who did it. I'm like, oh, really? You figured it out, huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah, the razor that's sitting in the parking lot. Kind of gave it away.
Dumbass.
Like, oh, shit.
Dumbass.
As a 16-year-old teenager, you don't realize that your last name's the same as your parents. And then when
True story.
Choctaw Police Department comes out and they're like, oh, yeah, no, because it's street legal. Like, oh, yeah, no, this is registered to Scott Kimbrough. And he's like, yeah, Dad's Scott Kimbrough, right? I was like, yeah, did Dad fucked up the field? Like, yeah, Dad fucked up the field, huh? I'm like, oh, shit. Well, I guess it was me. God damn, I had to sneeze. There it is. Found it. Got it back. It pissed me off because I didn't get in trouble right then. I did. Like, I got in trouble immediately. But the punishment was kind of like Mark's punishment. Well, it wasn't right then.
Right.
Like, it was AstroTurf, so it didn't matter. Like, they were like, oh, if something fucking happens, like warranty things. So somebody just came in and fucking fixed it. But for the summer, like, now I'm taking care of the fucking field for 3 goddamn months over the fucking summer.
Well, that's a hell of a summer school.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, granted, luckily it was only like 2 hours in the morning. I was already up fucking doing shit, whatever. And I was still on the football team at the time. So I was already up anyways. So, and I was there.
Right.
So, like, we finished practice and like, I guess I'll tend the field now. Like, it's okay. Yes, Martha. It's fucking, yes, Amish Daddy. How do I fucking churn this butter? That was a full fucking summer. And
By the way, if we've not offended you yet, wait.
I think I posted that. I think that was one of the last fucking like little snippets for the.
It was.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah,
Say it on occasion.
yeah. No, it was.
Getting to you.
It was good times. Like I still think it's fucking funny. It probably doesn't make me a better person, but it happened.
But it's funny.
It happened. There's a lot of things that probably don't make me a better person, but they definitely happened.
Well, gentlemen,
What, are you ready to go to bed?
I don't know.
Me neither.
I think so.
Well, we can pour another shot and bid you adieu.
I think we should have another shot and then bid all this to do.
No.
Yes.
It might drop down to just you.
Well, fine.
Yeah, because he's got to go too.
I suppose.
Well, gentlemen.
Kicked out.
Well, fuck you. You can't be here no more. Today's the day that I said, fuck you. All right, well, let's take a shot. and figure out who's leaving. Probably all of us, but
So,
it is what it is.
hey, if we sing it, is it still copyright?
No,
I'm in a soul.
none of us can sing, and there's no music, so
Well, good point. Damn it.
none of us sound like Dennis Leary.
Yeah, it's still a good song though.
I do enjoy that song quite a bit.
It's fun. It's fun.
Except when that motherfucker at Little Star would play it on the goddamn shit.
Oh, Shane.
I don't fucking.
It was Shane. It was Shane or Christy. That's who played it.
I'm the only one that barks like a fucking dog for that shit. Like, well, nobody else gives a flying fuck.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. All right, well, I guess we're all gonna be a short episode tonight, but it's okay. We got whiskey, we got some beer,
Right.
and
Here we
We
be.
had some laughs.
indeed. So, cheers to all y'all that are still listening, and fuck you if you're not.
Like, share, subscribe.
Oh, that was a good
It's
note.
all about the listen.
Well,
So where are we located? All over the place.
yeah. YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, Instagram. I mean, I could get my phone out and list off a bunch.
Are we on Twitter yet?
No. So it's hard for me to do anything on Twitter because all of my Twitter is porn.
Yeah.
So I'd have to make a new one, and then it'd still probably be all porn.
Why don't we just make us a fucking Pornhub? I mean, there are literally motherfuckers that play games and post it to fucking Pornhub.
That's true.
Why the
If anybody on Twitter that does porn wants to be a guest, fucking let us know. Like I'm in. Like I'm in to have all of the guests, like sex workers,
All of them. Doctors, lawyers.
yeah, doctors, lawyers, sex workers,
Mechanics.
fucking. Well, I mean, I'm a mechanic, so I'm always a
gravel
guest.
riders.
But like, I'm down. If anybody that listens to this is like, you know what, I want to be with these guys for a minute.
You want to hang out, have some drinks, and be on and just BS.
Yeah, it's either you're close and you can fucking show up here physically, you have a shit ton of money and can still show up here physically, or you want to do it fucking via Zoom or phone call.
We
or
don't
whatever.
we can't afford to get you here.
Yeah, no, you got to pay your own fucking way, but we're down to do it. I'm down to
provide
do it.
booze.
Like, yeah,
You just get your ass here.
well, we'll provide most of the booze. If you got something fucking special or fancy you want to drink, well, that is fucking on you.
I mean, you want to drink Cristal, yeah, you go. That's all you.
No, if you want to drink Cristal, you're not welcome on this fucking show.
Actually, I like Cristal.
Get the fuck out.
Apparently, you're no longer welcome on this show.
I'm out.
You may like it, but that's not your drink of choice. If your drink of choice is fucking Cristal, no.
Get the fuck out.
I know probably 4 Mercedes that are strippers. And that's like, I want some Cristal. No, go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
I'm not going to pay that much money for you to have either a bottle or just a drink of it.
Nope.
Not a thing.
not a.
Bear in mind, we do not discriminate upon race, religion, creed, but your alcohol choices?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
We will fuck with you on that.
with yeah, in a heartbeat.
If your primary drink of choice is Jaeger, we will drink with you. We're going to fuck with you.
Rumple mints.
No. Nope.
Not
No.
happening. Not rumple mints.
No, Christmas bukakis are not a thing. We will take a shot here and there. But if you're like, I brought Rumplemans for us to have on this episode.
A mainstay. It's gonna be like the honey. Nope.
Well, make sure when
What?
we're done, you take it with you.
Right, because that's not even gonna live in the saloon. That's not gonna live in the
No.
saloon.
So we're going to put it on the roof and then send fucking Romeo to get up there and get it when that needs to be done.
Climbing the tree.
Get up the tree, bitch.
Come on, spot
I
monkey.
was gonna say, you can't make that noise or it sounds racist. Also, it's the line, goddammit, so whatever we say to each other doesn't count. No, but
I thought I was cream.
like French vanilla cream, maybe.
I'm Italian, so that's still white.
So you're spaghetti and ketchup cream?
I'm the closest thing to being white, but not being white.
What?
I'm Italian.
He's tan white.
I heard you.
He's just tan white. That's all he is.
Your fucking hearing aid.
I don't have hearing aids.
I mean,
Maybe you need to get some.
technically you do now.
You need to figure out what the fuck you're saying.
I know what I'm saying. The fact that you don't understand it, that's your problem.
I don't know what's going on. Oh, god damn it.
Lost.
All right. Well, apparently we're winding us down. And for all you dipshits that are still here, we'll see you next time if and you're still here.
Hey, contact us. Contact us. Send us stuff. Send us stuff. We're okay with sending stuff.
Like, share, subscribe, all that good shit. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, the Saloon Scuffle. Like, it's not hard to fucking find. Figure it out. Do the thing. Even if you don't like what we're fucking talking about, your friends might, and they have better taste than you if that's the case. So, just do it. And we'll be back when we're back, probably in the next few days.
Love it, live it, run.
YOLO!